With us now is Kendra Erika. Welcome to the show. How are you?
I am great. How are you?
Doing fantastic. So you have charted many times with many songs. So what does it feel like to be sitting where you are now, having the career that you have at this moment?
I mean, it's definitely been a journey and one that I can look back upon and say, hey, that was wonderful, and everything has shaped everything that I've done so far, and everything is teeing myself up for what's to come. And sitting here where I am now in sunny South Florida, we were just talking about how like the weather down here is just wonderful. It, it's it's a really satisfying and something that I want to show gratitude towards every day, because when it comes to a line of field that's very competitive, we can sometimes get lost in our heads of like, oh, of dissatisfaction, or I wish I could do more, or and do more of this, and woulda coulda shoulda. But really just finding that gratitude, and especially during these times where we can have those moments of reflection, it's really important to live within quality, and by doing so, then quantity can surely follow.
Oh, I love that. That sounds like a song lyric right there.
So always in the mode. I cannot escape it.
At what age did you decide that you kind of wanted to go on this path? Like, were you in first grade, second grade? How did it come up for you?
I I was shot out of the cannon, and I was like, This is what I want to do." But it was not until like 8 years after I shot out of the cannon. But I started in community theater and school theater, and actually a an unknown fact that's slowly but surely becoming more known is that I was tone deaf to begin with, and I got set up and introduced with a fabulous classical coach, and he was able to work out all the kinks and lay down a foundation that I'm just beholden to every day, and I was blessed to have him sent to me
Oh,
in
that's
my
so
life.
nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. So by working through that and using certain exercises, you were able to train yourself?
Yes, and he said that he could train anybody to sing, and I think me being at such a amenable and absorbing age of 8, 9, 10, I was able to easily soak up all the training, and really plant it within myself.
Let's talk about your most current project, Avalanche. We're going to be able to play that today. Walk
Yeah.
us through that. Tell us about the creative concept for that and what that means to you, that project.
So I actually wrote that one pre-COVID back in January, and I was staying with Mark Mangold, who's worked with Cher, Michael Bolton, Jordan Sparks, Laura Branigan, just a lot of you know names that make you go wow. Um, I wrote it in his studio. He came to me and he said, "I have this idea. It's called Avalanche, and I really want to join forces and combine creativity on this." And so we just took off from there, and melodies and lyrics, as you know, the creative process, everything just gets channeled and funneled and really laid out, and that's how it came to be. And we wrote it very, very vintage style. I mean, no, only I was writing stuff down on my device, but he had his old school tape recorder, just his vintage like grand like white piano, and it was just that analog, that beautiful analog experience of writing a song, which I appreciate a lot because I value nostalgia to the highest degree. But yeah, and then the video was just it was crazy to make, because we had this ice sculpted piano, and we shot
Yeah.
it in Vegas back in July. And as you know, Vegas in July, it's a it's a stove. It's a it's a sauna, a very hot sauna at that. and it was the record hottest day of the year. So filming a winter wonderland during the hottest day of the summer, it was so polar and so paradoxical, but that's when it's meant to be, is when you have all these forces working for you and working against you at the same time. So
I love your expression, the way that you emote. There are scenes in that music video that are so intense, you know? Like there's one profile shot that, I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about, and you're like, and that look, like your eyes, like you just bring it forth, you know? So I guess not only are you a talented singer, I'd also say that you're a, you know, a good actor. So what did it feel like to kind of be in that position for you?
I think it was just a combination of the fact that I haven't, that up until that point, you know, live performances were stripped from my being, and so being at that ice piano, I really just had to surround myself in a sort of like imaginative way. But that's how creativity is supposed to unfold, is by imagining and putting yourself in sort of methodical situations. But yeah, that filming that, it was as if like it was like an out of body experience, and I just pictured myself, the song, and everything else involved with it being taken to a new height, and that's how I wanted to really envelop the whole experience.
If you can feel it, I mean, it's tangible. It's so tangible. I'm
Thank
excited. Thank you, and thank you for sharing that with our audience. And you know, we're going to lead out with the music. So, is there anything else you wanted to like say or share with us before we lead out with that?
Well, just picture yourself sitting on that ice piano like I was. I literally froze my ass off. My butt was numb. My hands were numb from touching it. But you know, pain is beauty and beauty is pain. But that all these different forces, you know, we have like the ice and the water and the earth and the air and the fire. But really just what I want to say and to prelude the video is this is one of the leading singles in the project and the compilation that I'll be releasing next year in 2021. So this one has the spear in one hand and, you know, setting for the tone for the rest of the project.
I wish you continued success. It was such a joy seeing you here. And I can't wait to see you up on the big stage, because I'll be there. Might be in this, not the first row, maybe the second or third, but I'll be there. And I'll see you then. And I'm sending you a big round of applause. So thank you so much.
Thanks.
And here we go. Wow, the debut right here on the Donna Drake Show, Avalanche.